Hello everyone, I'm Ron Grant coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the Virgin Islands. You're watching 284 Media. Thank you so much for your time. Believe it or not, that time has come again. The second annual Virgin Islands Icon Awards 2025, which is going to be held on Sunday, July 6th, 2025. The show kickstarts at 6 p.m. Joining me are two of the persons that are going to be making this event possible. Of course, the Chief of Staff, Mr. Dion Kendall, as well as Chamonix Simmons, who is the Backstage Experience Manager, as well as a member of the Assembly of Judges for the Lifetime Achievement Awards and the Emerging Youth Award. Now, this is an event that the Virgin Islands community has grown to appreciate simply because we're being honored. So we'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
And now it's time for your daily updates on this year's Atlantic hurricane season. Meteorologists say that surface temperatures
Everyone,
may be a
gather
contributor
around.
factor.
It's important we stay informed about the storm approaching.
You're right. Late August to early September is when the hurricane season is most active.
How do I know when the storm is coming?
We can monitor regional conditions using our smartphones or going online.
You know, that's right. And we should always rely on sources like the Department of Disaster Management and the National Hurricane Center for accurate information.
Right. Those are the organizations that have experts to provide real-time data and forecasts.
I hear you. But what if the power goes out?
This battery radio even works without power.
I just downloaded the new DDM app. It will send us updates and alerts.
Excellent. Remember, staying informed is our first line of defense. Let's make sure we're ready for anything.
Stay informed, stay connected, and stay prepared. Because when you're armed with information, you can weather any storm that comes your way. A message from the Department of Disaster Management and 284 Media.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. As promised, we're talking all things Virgin Islands Icon Awards 2025, the epitome of giving persons their flowers while they are still here. Chamonix and Dion, I want to thank you for your time and welcome to our studios.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
You're
having us.
most welcome. Quite the event. I don't know how you guys do it, but it is quite a production. I want to start by recapping 2024, the first time this event really was presented to the Virgin Islands. Having been a part of that and seeing the growth and continuation of it, let's start there. Give me a recap of your sentiments of 2024.
Well, in 2024, we had a production that was like no other, the first of its kind in the Virgin Islands, and to be a part of that and see it unfold from planning to showtime, it was really something you had to be there to experience. Words could never actually define exactly what occurred on that night. So on Monday, July 1st in 2024, we hosted the first Virgin Islands Icon Awards. We had a total of 26 categories on stage presented, and we had, let's say, about 700 persons in attendance to that event, which consisted of our nominees, judges, sponsors, as well as the people of the Virgin Islands. On that night, we also had the first ever Virgin Islands Icon Awards Training Academy, who assisted and basically put all of their coursework into action on that night as well. But it was electrified by all of the performances. It was just a night that is burned in the memories of all the persons who were there.
I agree.
So I think for the growth, I'm very excited to see exactly how everything unfolds this year. And I'll pass it to Dion.
Yeah. What can we expect? 2025, number of categories. Tell us about coming out of 2024. What can the people of the Virgin Islands, as well as the region, expect from this year's awards?
Just bigger and better than from last year. I mean, just to piggyback off of what she earlier mentioned, this came from ideas scribbled down on paper, doodles, scratches, sketches, to actually formulating documents, procedures, processes, putting everything in place to see it come from basically nothing to something, to, for lack of a better statement,
Of course.
to now be in the second year and to continue looking forward to making this an annual event. It's just amazing to see the growth. And we have an amazing team as well. We have a lot of persons in the background. It's not just the faces you see here. The two of us can't do it alone. We have a team of producers. We have the assembly of judges. We have the training academy. We have so many persons. We have sponsors. We have persons who work in the background just to even get the stage person setting up all those type of stuff. It's so much moving parts, and it all operates like one big moving machine. So it's amazing to see where we've come from the first year, from nothing to something. What I'm amazed to see this year is like the yearn for persons actually wanting to be nominated and wanting to receive awards. So that makes me feel like we're doing something correct. It's even though coming from nothing, just an idea, to now people wanting to actually receive these awards to feel accommodated. And that is the purpose of the show, in order for us to give persons their flowers while they're alive, because these persons work hard in the background. And I mean, not everyone does everything for accolades or recognition, but it's always good to receive it when you got it, because I'm pretty sure we all feel good when we get something out of the blue, just saying, hey, I appreciate you for this, even though you don't ask for it. So that's the amazing thing to see. This year, we have a little less categories than last year. I mean, of course, these are decisions that are made where we see deemed necessary. So
in 2024, you had
26 categories, and now we have 22 categories this year. So it's just a little bit less, but of course that doesn't take away from the amazing show that we will have. We look forward to seeing everything on that night, look forward to amazing performances, look forward to amazing scenery. Everything will be just glamorous and grand. It's an experience you don't want to miss. Trust me when I tell you.
I agree. Wonderful. So I have to ask though, when we speak about the categories, and we're going to get to the Assembly of Judges, but some of these awards are decided upon by public voting as well as the Assembly of the Judges. I want to talk about public voting and get the timeline precise. Can persons still vote for their various categories?
At this time, yes, persons can still vote up until the 22nd of June. The way in which we determine the categories that are public and are determined by the judges. So all categories at first will be vetted by the judges. They will do all of their research. They will go out into the community. They will attend events and do everything that is required of them in order to determine who the nominees are for the specific categories. And of course, they have to consider nomination entries from the public. So earlier in March, we opened voting for persons to be able to, nominations for persons to nominate who they think best fits the categories. And of course, the judges would also determine from this pool. And then once they come down to their final 5 nominees, the final part to that would be seeing if there's anyone who may have a family member or very close proximity to, let's say, a producer or a judge. So to ensure transparency, those categories are automatically sent for public decision. So we had a few last year that occurred that way. You know, our executive producer was nominated in a category, so therefore it had to go forward to the public. And this year we saw more persons who are close proximity to the producers and judges who ended up in those categories as well. And then they are sent to the public voting. And of course, we have the 26th category, which is usually always determined by the public.
Understood. Wonderful. So tell us about the Assembly of Judges. I'm sure this makes up a cross-section of persons with various industries. How many persons are in the Assembly of Judges, and tell us about that group?
So the Assembly of Judges have been scouted from since 2020, I believe. You know, they have been selected based on their industry, their knowledge, their professionalism, as well as different persons were selected based on how deep they are within their specific industry. So they have undergone very long, tedious trainings as well to ensure that they understand the process, they understand the system of how voting works and nominations. So as of today, we have 26 judges across various disciplines and spread off across all the different categories, some of them returning, some of them new to that process. So I think as of right now, we can say that we have a very strong assembly of judges for this year's award show.
Exceptional. Wonderful. So this year's show is going to be hosted once again by Mr. Tumoji Hughes.
Yes.
And I've seen a stellar lineup of performers. Dion, tell us about what we can expect from that musical lineup coming from Virgin Islanders.
Well, of course, as you know, the show is definitely to honor BVI Islanders or BVI, anything BVI.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, we try to keep the performances within that arena as well. So, we have Harada. That's my main. I have to say that first because that's what
Absolutely.
I look forward to.
It's a favorite of mine.
That's one of my favorite performers. I'm looking forward to that. We have Deanna Watley. We have Honorable Vincent Wheatley.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
We have a surprise at the end. We don't want to say who it is,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't want to miss out on that surprise. I can guarantee you don't want to miss out on that surprise. That's going to be the ending of the show.
Okay.
We had a very nice ending of the show last year as well. That was one of the high points. We had Monique. And we know that's like my second favorite to Harada.
Okay.
I'll put the two of them at the top at the same kid. So expect performances like that again this year and even more. We don't want to give away all the details because we want you to be wild.
But it's quite a lineup, and of course it's public as well. So
Yes.
we can definitely view the website.
Correct.
Awesome. I have to talk about the tickets. How can persons purchase their tickets for this magnificent event?
So at this time, tickets are available and you can visit JNC Trading and purchase tickets for $150 each. And at this time, there are lots of tickets still available for persons if they might have a little fear that they may not get one. So the important thing to note is that you can't purchase a ticket on the day of the show. So it's very crucial to definitely try and secure one before the 6th of July.
Understood. Now, I have to ask you, there's a lot of moving parts. How do you guys prepare for a show like this?
Well, in order to prepare for a show like this, first we need the body of the producers to be able to come in and bring their expertise across the different disciplines that we all share. And of course, the Viconic Training Academy, which we did have last year, and we're happy to be able to train another 50 young persons within the community for this event. So they have undergone a 6 to 7 month program where we had different presenters and professionals across the Virgin Islands come in and give them short courses about the different things that go into production, show production. Those courses are still going on right now. And of course, they put all of that practice into effect on the night of the show, which we consider their final test.
Of course, an event like this could not be possible without the contributing support of many persons as well as businesses within the community. I'd love to give you an opportunity to speak on the contributing sponsors who make an event like this possible.
So yes, we have the patron of the show, which is Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, the Premier of the British Virgin Islands. And we have a number of various sponsors who have contributed, some returning from last year, some new. Just to name a few, we have Ernst & Young, VP Bank, as well as our partners such as SMS Shipping, BVI Spring Water. So some of these sponsors are contributing to items on the night of the show for all of the guests to take home as keepsakes, as well as sponsorship towards the Virgin Islands Icon Awards Training Academy. So one thing that we would also like to highlight in regards to that is the top student from the academy will receive a scholarship they will be eligible for a scholarship to travel to Asia to study abroad.
Exceptional.
And numerous other prizes, that are given to us from iSmart as well as Said Electronics, to assist the students in whatever academic journeys they may embark on. And of course, we have lots of other sponsors such as National Bank, Republic Bank, Walkers, as well as, do you remember the sponsors?
Caraval.
Lots of different sponsors
Lots of
who we are
sponsors.
happy to
We'll
be
do
on
that.
board. And of course, with attending the show, you will see some of them on display upon
course.
entry, as well as inside the show and the booklet, where they'll all be displayed on the various categories that they're sponsoring, as well as on our final page where we thank all of the contributors towards the show.
It's important to know that the show would not be possible without the sponsors. I just want to put
Absolutely.
that out there. So we do thank all of our sponsors. We thank the returning sponsors. We thank the new sponsors that are coming in. We've seen an increase in persons wanting to sponsor as well. So that shows that, just like I said earlier, that the show is really gaining traction and people are really appreciating what we've put forward here. And it delights our heart as well. We work hard in the background and it just feels good to know that it's worth it. At the end.
Exceptional.
Yeah.
Yes. So the theme for this year is the flowers that we give never fade. And we believe that our sponsors are 100% committed to investing into our show to be able to honor persons. Some persons are getting older and we want to be able to honor them while they're still here, as well as the new and upcoming persons within the different industries being able to be honored before it's too late.
Well, wonderful. Yeah. I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by. And before we go, I want you to provide some website information for persons who want to keep up to date, of course, voting as well. Where can they go to get all they need to know additionally on the VI Icons Awards 2025?
Oh, me? Okay. So for the website and to learn everything about the Virgin Islands Icon Awards, you can visit virginislandsiconawards.com, as well as we're very active on our social media. So you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram as well, at Virgin Islands Icon Awards for everything leading up to the show, as well as on the night of the show, we will have some different content being posted to keep persons up to date who were not able to attend.
Exceptional. Wonderful. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for your time.
Thank you. We have one more thing before we
Okay.
leave. So speaking of awards, we have the National Bank Award for Media Presenter of the Year.
Yes.
And by surprise, while we're here, it just so happens that you were nominated
That is
for
correct.
this category. And I have here in my hands your nomination.
All
And I
right.
would like to present that to you on behalf of the Virgin Islands Icon Awards.
Thank you guys very
Yes.
much.
Congratulations on your nomination.
Here you go.
I appreciate it.
And
You guys-
we
You're
look forward to
welcome.
you attending the show.
I'll be there.
Thanks
Find
for having
something to
us.
wear and we'll be there.
Yeah.
All right.
Make sure to bring your best. I
Absolutely.
know you're always in your best, but
Not a problem.
And it's very important to note that the dress code is festive black tie. So we invite everyone to dress up, find your best suit and your best dress.
the
And
theme as well.
the theme is festive black tie. So,
What we're gonna
yes.
All right.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Oh, yes. we
Yes.
talked about
Chandeliers and roses.
Ah.
Is basically the color scheme. The theme is always black tie. So put on your best suit, your best dress, your best gown, whatever the case may be. But if you want a color scheme to go with chandelier and roses, that's the theme. So
Yes.
you will see a whole bunch of that in the theme.
that.
When you're walking in, it's going to be something to see. Trust me when I tell you. It's
Yes.
going to be, if you want to get pictures, they're going to be photographers, they're going to be everything there.
Mhm.
And speaking of that, I want to pinpoint the event starts at 6 p.m. But is there? I know there's a red carpet event
Yes.
prior to. What time does that begin?
It starts at 4
Okay.
p.m.
Wonderful.
So you can get there early so you can get your red carpet entrance. You can get your interview. You can get your pictures taken. You can just enjoy the scenery, start to get around. There's going to be food and drinks.
Mhm.
You can get to your seat early, start to plan for the evening. It's just going to be an amazing night.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you guys and your entire team, of course, and congratulations to your founder, Mr. Kareem Nelson Hull, for the visionary, being the visionary behind this award. And we look forward to seeing you at the 2025 VI Icons Awards.
Thank you.
Thank you so
You're
much.
most welcome. Enjoy the rest of the day. Viewers, that's all the time we have. Goodbye.